Hi everybody, it's Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I haven't got a tutorial for you, so if you were hoping for that, then I'll see you next time, because I will have a tutorial with my next posting. Today I'm going to be talking about this, which is Onstage. It's the Stampin' Up demonstrators event. And I went to the local event, which was in Telford in West Midlands, and then the following day my team leader had organised a crafting retreat for those of us in her team, so I stayed on an extra day and I went to that. So first part of the video I'm going to talk about Onstage and what happened and what I got, and then the second part I will be sharing the swaps I got in return for the swap device. There he is, and I did bring some back. I didn't really want to, but there were a couple that came home with me, so that's cool. So first things first then, Stampin' Up Onstage. Now I got to Telford on Friday night, up bright and early on Saturday morning, and this was what was on our tables. So every one of us had a clipboard and this little kind of game. So you were supposed to go around and find people who could meet these criteria. I'm afraid I didn't. I'm afraid I just sat and gossiped with the people on my table and around me. But that was there, which was very nice, and of course it was on the clipboard, which will come in very handy. So the other thing that we got was our goodie bag, and I have to be honest, I think this is probably my favourite goodie bag of all the goodie bags that we've ever had. We had one, I think it was about a year ago, maybe. No, it wouldn't be 2 years ago, about a year ago, that had lots of lovely pockets in it and things like that, and that was lovely. But this one is absolutely stunning. It's really heavy quality canvas, and this is a lovely little faux leather little patch on there, and it's got a zip, a couple of zips, and it can pop or close. And can you see this colour? Could this be one of the new in colours? Or what do you think? So inside, let me take it away and show you the goodies that were inside. So we got, sorry about the rustling, because they're all still in cellophane and there's no way that I can do this without making a noise. So we got these. So these are little file folders, I think. So this is this is a real unboxing, real haul video. This is. Take that away, and isn't that pretty? So I've got two with the birds on, and two that are kind of like that, and two that are kind of like that. And if you know anything about Stampin' Up, you might want to pay attention to the images that are on the folders here, because you never know, you might be seeing them again. Might be. So there was those, and we had two pens and a lanyard. I didn't use my lanyard because I use the one that I take every time, and it's got all my team badges and my my promotion badges are on there. So I got two of those. I'm getting quite a good collection of Stampin' Up pens, and they're always very nice quality. They're always pretty good pens. So we always get a stamp set. So this was the stamp that we all got. Now, if you're a fan of Stampin' Up, you might be thinking, okay, there's a punch that goes with that one, but look at that one. What do you think? Could that be significant? We will find out. And what else? Oh yes, so we got this as well, again, we always get pens and we always get some kind of notebook. I think last time we got 3 small notebooks. This time we've got a real nice biggie. So we've got dotted paper. Can't really call it graph paper. So dotted paper on one side, and on the other side we've got lined paper to write lists. So very nice. And that was that side, and that was the other side. And you might be seeing these words, creativity is calling. Might make you think there's a theme going on. So was that it for the bag? Yeah, that was it for the bag. We put that on one side. So one of the first things that happens when you go to Onstage is you get the new Stampin' Up catalogue, which I am stroking. Look at that. I can't show you what's inside yet. Soon, okay? You know, when the catalogue goes live, beginning of June, then I can show you. But for now, sorry, just feast your eyes on the cover. Because of course what's on the cover, again, may give you a bit of a hint of what's going on inside. Just saying. So let me take that away from you. And I will be having pictures of, you know, some of the snaps that I took at Telford. I didn't take any snaps of the display boards because basically I was having too much fun elsewhere to go and do that. But there are lots of demonstrators out there who did take snaps of their boards. So if you look up their blogs or their YouTubes, you may find them. Kylie Bertucci from Australia has done quite a lot of them. Okay, so throughout the day we get an opportunity to play with the new products that are coming in, and they give us these little packages for make and takes. I'm missing a couple. Where've they gone? Yeah, so I haven't opened these two. I want to open this one now to show you, because paper in here, look at that, isn't that absolutely glorious? And on the other side you've got a plain pattern, and you've also got some vellum. I think that's in powder pink, or is it petal pink? Petal pink, because powder pink is retiring. So we've got most of the components there we needed to make the sample. So this one is this was another different set. I can't remember what these are called now, but all will be revealed. Okay. And when you're at Onstage, they put out the inks and the stamp sets so that you can actually make the sample. But as I said, I was having too much fun gossiping with everybody else. I was on a table with my old friend Dee, who is Dee Copus Reed of Lady D Crafts, and we just had a jolly good catch up because we usually table buddies, and the last couple of times we haven't been. So we had a lot of catching up to do. So they give you everything cut to size, which is lovely because you aren't going to waste time cutting things. And then it's a little sample of the upcoming designer series paper and a card blank. So I shall make some kind of version of those at my leisure at some point. But I shall probably use the papers and the card with things I've already got. And oh, there's another one. What have I done with it? Because it's my favourite one. Where is it? This one. Oh yes, 2 more that I've been playing with. Look at this one. Okay, so this is another gorgeous set. Now you may or may not know, but I live by the seaside. If I look out of my window, I can see the waves rolling in. It's a pretty windy day today. It's not raining or anything, but it's really blooming cold and it's blowing a gale. So we've got some of these papers, and I've got a little envelope, and again I've got some little scraps of card to stamp on, and to die cut out the pieces. But the die cuts was a whole different story, because all of the stuff for the what they call a product purchase premiere, which is it's a perk of being a demonstrator. You can go and you know, you get early access to some of the items. All of that stuff is caught up in customs, so we couldn't have our early order, and we were unhappy about that. But you know what, it is what it is, and we will get them eventually. And somehow or other I got 2 pieces of this paper, I don't know why, with the little dicky bits. But look at this again, just look at this paper. It is absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes, if I'm absolutely honest, with the Stampin' Up papers, there'll be 1 or 2 that really grab me, and I say, yep, I want those, I'm going to use those. And then there are others that are like, well, it's okay, and there'll be 1 or 2 that I'm like, no, never going to use it, never going to buy it. This year, I don't think there was one DSP set that I didn't go, oh, do you know what, I want that one. They've really excelled themselves this year. Absolutely brilliant. And then one more make and take. Now, if you're in the US, and I know I do have a lot of viewers from the US, then you maybe won't understand why we got so excited about this one. Because this one is it's a one-off paper pumpkin box. Now, if you have never heard of Paper Pumpkin, it is a subscription service. It's sort of like a card club in a box. So you get everything that you need, except usually for adhesive and scissors, to make usually something like half a dozen cards. Sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 10. And you know, everything is there for you. So you've got the instructions, you've got the ink, you may need a stamp block. You know, everything's there, everything's cut for you, everything's die cut for you, and we can't have it in the UK or anywhere actually, I think outside of the US of A. So we were very excited when this popped up, because this particular set, and I think it's kind of a trial, is going to be available in all Stampin' Up markets. So that's Europe, it's Asia Pacific, so you've got Australia, New Zealand, Japan, so I've already said Europe, everywhere that Stampin' Up operates, basically, you're going to be able to get this kit. And I think they said it's coming out in May, so keep an eye on my blog, because I will be letting you know when that's happening. And I'm waffling because, as you saw, this is the first time I've opened this, so it's the first time I've seen it. So you get this pretty little card with a matching envelope, and you've got some die cut embellishments. We've even given you the dimensionals and a little bit of I was going to say twine, but it's kind of more elastic than twine, so it's some kind of thread. And we've got 2 little tags. Now what I don't have is the stamp that goes with it, because when we went round the table at the end, because that's one of the things that Stampin' Up allows you to do, is you kind of share out what's left on the table. Somebody else decided that they would like that before it is, so. But that gives you an example of it. I think that's so pretty. I really love that. So I'll probably make that one up with a stamp that I've already got. Doesn't have to be the Paper Pumpkin one. Yeah. And again, see that shape? Just saying. Can't show you yet, but I'm just saying. Alright, so what else happened? Said she, turning away from her microphone. They do something that they call prize patrol. Basically, when you, one of the things that was in my goodie bag that I didn't show you, you get a badge, and it's either have a colour on it or a letter or a number. This time it was a number, and when they call your number, you stand up and wave your arms and they give you a prize, and this was mine. So it's a background stamp, and it's called Birch, so it's meant to look like the bark of a birch tree. But if I go back to my, where is he? Where's this one? If I go back to this one, I'm thinking, you know, if you look at it that way up, it could be sea, or it could even be clouds in the sky. It could be lots of things. So I was very pleased to get that one. And we had another prize for everybody, and it was this. So this is a pack of the new DSP. It's called Mosaic Mood Specialty Designer Series paper. We all got a pack of this, and again I am opening it live, so I haven't seen it. So here it is. Let me get rid of the stamp for a moment. So this is it. So yes, so you can see that it's got a kind of clear embossed coating over each of the birds, and the two of each, so that's the other side. And then this one. I did Latin in school, and this makes me think of the Romans. This makes me think of like Roman baths, and you know, those kind of things. And oh, it's beautiful, so lovely. But yes, that is really making me. It's really taking me back to my my O-level and A-level studies. That is. So there's this one. Can you see the foiling on that one? And oh, on the other side, the hummingbirds. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Yeah, I can see me doing quite a bit of fussy cutting with those. Okay, now this one makes me think of the jungle. And on the other side, those mosaic roses. The catalogue really does not do this set justice, because this would have been on my list, but it would have been not the first thing on my list, if I'm absolutely honest with you, because there are some things that I looked at and went, you know, I want everything, but I've got to prioritise. So this would not have been the top of my list, but now I've seen it. So this time we've got those roses again that were foiled, and there you go. Can you see that? So that's the same pattern, but it's a little bit smaller, and this is, I'm calling it foiled. It's kind of a clear coating. I don't know what else to call it. So same again, and there are my Roman tiles. And they are unfoiled, and over here we have got those mosaic arches, and they are foiled. So we all got one of those sets. So I'm very, very happy with all of that lot. And what else? Oh yes, so at the end of the event, you have a box on your table, and you share out what's in it. So this time we threw a dice, and that decided who went first, so who had first pick. And then we went around the table and we each took something out of the box until it was left. So I got this stamp set, which goes with these papers, these DSPs, so I shall be able to make this one up pretty much exactly as the sample is. So I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. we also shared out the ribbons and the ribbons and there were some dimensionals. We shared those out. I'm trying to find where I put them. I found the bag with the ribbons and the embellishments in. So there's this beautiful lacy ribbon, and then these two come together. So this is like a neutral, but there's a little bit of glitter, a little bit of sparkle on the edge there. And this is, I think it's like a mossy meadow twine. So those two come in the same pack. And then we had some embellishments on the table. So these go with the set with the lighthouse. So you've got little anchors, and they're pretty light actually, so they won't add much weight to the card. I'm already thinking possibly earrings, could be. I tend not to put many embellishments on the card, and I love them. I absolutely love them. And then I wind up at the end of the year with a load that I haven't used, and then so I put them into my jewellery making stash usually. And then we got some of these as well. So these are really cute. They somebody said that you put a few together and they look like a caterpillar. I think that was Ali, who was sitting on our table. She was an orphan. She came on her own, so we adopted her for the day. So yeah, they could be a caterpillar, but actually they're like the centres of like little daisies. So I can see myself using quite a few of those, so I'm quite glad that I've got a few to be going on with. So that is what happened at Onstage, and I'm going to split the video into two here because I'm aware that I've already been talking for quite a long time and I haven't started on the swaps yet. So I'm going to post the two videos on the same day. So if you've decided that actually you've seen enough, then thank you very, very much for joining me. But if you want to see what I got in exchange for my swaps, then please do go and find part 2 of this video, and I'll put a link. I'll put a link that you can just follow to it. So yeah, it's either bye bye for now or bye bye and I'll see you again sometime soon. But bye bye.